Why are you here tonight? Is it because you care about Tahoe? Go ahead, raise your hands. Is it because you want to educate yourself? Maybe make a difference? Awesome. What if tonight could help you live longer? Go ahead, raise your hands. Great. I have an idea that I believe is worth sharing that I think could transform our community. But first, a little about this scarf I'm wearing tonight. I love to knit, and I knit this scarf. And my personal mission is to weave our community together to have a positive impact. So theoretically, we can go from this to this. I'd like to see less of this and definitely less of this and a lot more of this. Could we transform an entire community? Let me share the model of the benefit corporation, or B Corp for short. Again, raise your hands if you have a jacket or a capeline or some item from Patagonia. Okay, quite a lot of us. My husband has his right there. Just in case. The Patagonia model is very simple. They put the planet and people before profit, using business as a force for good. And Patagonia is probably one of the most well-known benefit corporations. And each one of you who just had your hand up can attest to their success. There are almost 2,000 benefit corporations in 50 countries, all with that same vision: business as a force for good, putting people and planet before profit. Now, in beautiful South Lake Tahoe, we have a lot of wonderful examples. They may not be official benefit corporations, but they follow that same model nonetheless: people and planet before profit. How many of you have eaten at Base Camp Pizza? Yeah. All right. Base Camp Pizza thrives because they treat their guests and their employees like family. They give back to the community in countless ways. They give to local nonprofits, they have volunteer days, and they have this really cool software program that allows for flexible scheduling for their employees. So maybe you want that powder day, you simply put it in the system, and someone else who needs those extra hours can grab your shift. It really works, 99% of the time. So that's one local example, big deal, right? Well, it is a big deal because the restaurant industry is actually one of the hardest to make a profit in. It has some of the thinnest margins for success. So if they can do it, what if other businesses followed? What if retail and small businesses offered job sharing or flexible scheduling? What if ski resorts and casinos guaranteed a set number of hours to their employees who have children, because daycare costs don't change based on the weather? What if our government agencies focused on redeveloping our community for community benefit first and thought about property and sales tax revenue after? Could we transform an entire community? I believe we'd see a lot less of this and a lot more of this. So who am I to share this with you? I'm a mom, I'm a wife, a snowboarder, and a CEO. And I care because I see poverty every day in our community. I see those trailers our families live in that must be unbearably cold in the winter. I see the rundown motel rooms that our families are living in right now because rents are too high. I see locals working 2 to 3 jobs to make ends meet, and too many people commuting in and out of our area for work instead of living and working right here in Tahoe. And yet we have empty homes and businesses all around us in our community and neighborhoods. I care, even though I didn't grow up in poverty. I had a wonderful childhood with amazing parents until I lost them. My dad was 62, and my mom was 69 when they died. My dad never met my youngest son, and my mom won't get to see my oldest son graduate from high school in 4 years. I care because I want my kids to care. My parents taught me to care. Plus, no family should have to live in a motel room. But I'm just the messenger tonight. It's actually about you and why you're here tonight and what you can do. What can you do as an employee? Maybe as a manager or as a business owner. What if you looked for opportunities to do good? Not just be good, but do good. Could we transform an entire community? I believe we can. Each of you has a postcard and a pencil. I encourage you to write down one thing to make a difference for your community, for your people, for your life, for your neighbors, to make a difference, to use the force for good. Just imagine if each one of us here tonight and those watching online did one little thing to transform our community. What change could we see? Would our visitors notice a difference and come back year after year? Could we go from a transient, tourism-dependent economy to something better? Would our businesses and residents begin thriving again? Could we transform an entire community? Now for the tip that just might save your life. Science shows that doing good for others can have a positive impact on your stress level. So doing good for your neighbors, your community, and even your employees can help you live longer. Now, I lost my parents way too early in life. I know I'll be doing everything I can to be here for my eventual grandkids. I hope you take your postcard home tonight. I hope you place it somewhere where you'll see it regularly and use the force for good. Thank you.